They called it the Ghost Army, an army that never truly existed yet struck terror into the heart of the Nazis. Imagine standing on a battlefield, staring at endless tanks, hearing the thunder of engines and the march of thousands of soldiers, only to realize it was all an illusion. A phantom army born not of flesh and blood, but of shadows, whispers, and lies. Tonight, we pull back the veil on one of the strangest, most haunting secrets of World War II. A classified unit made of artists, magicians, and sound engineers. Their mission: to trick the enemy, to bend reality, and to fight war with smoke and mirrors. This is the story of the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, better known as the Ghost Army. In 1944, the Allies faced a deadly problem. Hitler's forces were desperate, watching every move, waiting to predict the next invasion. A single mistake could lead to thousands of Allied deaths. But what if the Nazis could be blinded? What if the Germans could be lured into fighting an enemy that wasn't even there? This insane idea gave birth to a secret unit, not of soldiers, not of killers, but of illusionists, men whose battlefield wasn't steel and blood, but deception and fear. They used weapons unlike anything the world had seen before. By day, they rolled out tanks that weren't real, inflatable rubber giants that fooled German reconnaissance planes. From the sky, they looked unstoppable. On the ground, up close, they were hollow shells swaying in the wind. By night, ghostly voices filled the air. Radio operators mimicked entire battalions, their fake chatter convincing German spies that thousands of troops were moving in. But it didn't stop there. They carried massive speakers, haunting machines of sound. From miles away, the Nazis would hear the rumble of tanks, the metallic clank of weapons, the footsteps of phantom soldiers. At night, the sound of an army that didn't exist echoed across the dark fields of Europe. To the enemy, it was impossible to tell what was real and what was an illusion. Picture this: a German scout stumbles across a field at dawn. He sees tanks stretching to the horizon, but as he gets closer, he notices the paint is wrong. The steel doesn't shine. A tank's barrel bends slightly in the wind. Suddenly, the terrifying truth hits him: he's standing in the middle of a ghost division. Stories spread. Some Nazi soldiers whispered that the Americans had sorcerers, that black magic was being used to summon phantom armies. And in a way, they weren't wrong. For those who fell victim to the trick, the fear was real. Soldiers would fire into the night at shadows, convinced the enemy was coming, only to realize there was no one there. Just silence, just emptiness. The Ghost Army walked a razor's edge. They had no heavy weapons, no protection. If the Germans discovered the truth, these illusionists would be slaughtered instantly.
Yet their tricks worked. One of their greatest deceptions came in 1945. As the Allies prepared to cross the Rhine, the Ghost Army staged their masterpiece. They created the illusion of 10,000 men, complete with artillery, tanks, and supply lines. German commanders shifted their defenses, bracing for a massive attack. But it was all a lie. The real invasion struck elsewhere, and the Nazis were caught off guard. Tens of thousands of lives were saved, all because of a phantom army that never existed for decades. Their mission remained a secret. Even their families never knew the horrors they endured, the lies they lived, the ghost stories they created. When the truth finally emerged, it felt more like a legend than history. Artists, stage designers, and engineers masquerading as soldiers, turning war into theater and fooling Hitler's war machine. The Ghost Army was real, yet unreal. A haunting reminder that in war, the deadliest weapon may not be a gun or a bomb, but fear itself. So tell me, what do you think? Was this the cleverest deception in history, or something darker, something almost supernatural? The Ghost Army may be gone, but their shadows still march.